I'll tell you when.
Hello, my name's Colleen Smith and I'm here reporting the Devon Live. We're on the coastal path near the busy main Teignmouth Road at Maidencombe, looking out over Babbacombe Bay. We've come out here today because of rumours that Love Island was moving in to Maidencombe. There's a big 3.3 million house on the edge of the cliff here looking out over this fantastic view with all the ships in the bay. So we've come to talk to neighbours and find out what's actually going on. And we've got to the bottom of the rumours. So we're going to take you for a lovely stroll in the sunshine and look at some of the beautiful wildlife that we're all lucky enough to live near in Devon, and show where this beautiful house is and why ITV have picked this part of Devon, and to tell you a bit more about the show and yeah, let you know what's going on. We've been talking to neighbours in the area about their concerns or excitement about the show, and we're going to have a little stroll here now along the cliff path. And here with Frankie from Devon Live as well, and she'll let me know if anybody's got any questions, so do drop any questions in, and we're just going to have a nice walk in the sunshine. If you can hear up at the top of the path here, we're quite near the main Babbacombe Road. It is quite noisy because it is a really busy road from Babbacombe to Teignmouth through Maidencombe, and it's a main route. And one of the concerns that neighbours have in the area is that the council have given permission for a one-way system for the entire month, 24/7, which is going to cause quite a lot of traffic problems in the area, because it is, as you can probably hear, quite a busy road. Not only is it busy, but it's very dangerous. There are 4 sharp bends coming along the cliffs from Shaldon. Then there's a straight patch here when people tend to speed a bit. Then you hit at Gabwell 2 more chicanes in the road, and all the neighbours are telling us that it's notoriously a dangerous piece of road, so they're worried about the road.
This is Frankie, I'm reporting with Colleen. I'm seeing a couple of comments saying that people can't hear. Can I just get any response from viewers saying if you guys can hear or not? If someone could comment saying, yes, we hear you, that would be great.
Is it because there's no sound because of the road?
I think there's no sound. We can hear? Okay, Jill Phillips has confirmed that they can hear. Okay, thank you, Jill. Here we've got the ships in the bay over here, and we're just going to walk around the edge of this cliff over here where ITV are renting out a house for a new quiz dating show that will be airing later in the year.
Maybe it's the wind.
I think the audio is good now if we stay close.
It is windy, it's breezy, it's sunny and warm, it's a beautiful day, but there is a bit of a breeze up on the edge of the cliffs here.
If I'm going to be here to answer any questions, so if anyone has any questions, please drop a comment. I can also point the camera in any direction on request, so also go ahead and feel free to ask me that. We've got the ships out here, the infamous Torquay ships.
The ships have been a major part of the bay this summer. This is actually Babbacombe Bay. People who don't know the area well don't realise that there's Hope's Nose in the middle, and so there are 4 ships in this section at the moment, and then when you go over Hope's Nose you get into Torquay itself. So this is actually Lime Bay, the start of Lime Bay, which stretches from Maidencombe right out towards Portland Bill. But the ships have been on this section just off Torquay since last June. Got to be careful here because it's steep. Quieter here, away from the road, and warmer as you go downhill. All the may is out, the gorse, so it's actually really beautiful. And we've got the traditional Devon rolling hills. You can see why ITV have chosen this particular bit of coastline. It's really sort of typical Devon hillside. Agatha Christie used to say that the hills in Devon are all the perfect shape, and she was from Torquay. And the temperature changes suddenly as you come over the hill. It's very, very warm over here. So we're going up now towards, basically two beautiful luxurious houses were built a couple of years ago now, or maybe a year or so ago. One of them never sold and it was for sale for 3.5 million, reduced to about 3.3 million recently, but still didn't sell, and ITV have taken it over for the entire month. Last week we were told that ITV weren't revealing what the show was, and the rumour was that it might be the British version of Love Island, because Love Island obviously isn't able to travel this year, and there was some talk that it might be made in this country. You'll have to bear with me because I'm going up a very steep hill now. But when Torquay Council gave permission for these two houses to be built, the planning stipulation was that they would be quite well concealed, so you can't really see them. So I can see why ITV have chosen this section. It's quite hard to, you can't see anything. The southwest coast path runs along at the bottom of the hill, but the council were anxious to protect the views from the southwest coast path. I'm going to stop for a minute because I'm out of breath. So we've got to the top of the hill, and you can see as we come over that we've got this breathtaking view behind us, all the way along the coast back towards Hoke Nose. That is the Orstone Rock, and then 4 ships are out there at the moment, and I've forgotten the names. I did ask a colleague to check on marine traffic, but we'll let you know in a minute the name of the 4 ships. But it has been quite stunning. One of the neighbours was saying that they loved it on Christmas Eve. They looked out of their window and it said Happy Christmas in lights along the side of one of the ships. So we did, because obviously we were checking out these Love Island rumours, but we've now managed to find out that the actual show that is going to be filmed here is a new ITV dating show with a twist called Ready to Mingle. So they're going to start filming here. I think they're arriving this Friday, and they'll be here for an entire month, and it's expected to debut. The show is going to go out for the first time later this year, Radio Times says, but neighbours have heard September. So I'm just going to read you a bit more about this. It's a brand new reality TV dating contest from ITV2, from the people who make The Chase, which is obviously really popular. So what happens, the premise of this Ready to Mingle, it sounds a bit like a British version of The Bachelor, which has been massively popular in America. It basically will follow one single woman who's looking for love. So she's going to move into this luxurious house, which is on 3 levels, glass everywhere, patios looking out over the sea. The neighbours have heard they're going to be moving jacuzzis in, so that we're going to see her and her 12 male suitors who are going to be competing for her love, and obviously money. There's money at the end of it. But the catch on this one is that not all of them are actually looking for love. Quite a few of them, or some of them, are already in relationships, so they'll still be trying to keep their other half happy while they try to win the money. So there'll be a little bit of tension going on there. What else does it say? The lone female contestant will get to know the lads across a series of activities, games, dates, eliminating them one by one until only her dream man is left. And then at the end of the show, once all the decisions have been made, she'll find out if he is actually available. If she's fallen in love with a man who's already taken, that will be the twist in the tale. What else? So about a month ago, Radio Times announced that Ready to Mingle was being filmed this year, and they said then there was no confirmed release date, but as I've said, the neighbours have heard, so they're bound to know, because they've been chatting to the production teams, that it's going to be September. They've heard it will go out on air. What else? The studio want to confirm that it is a family show. Part of the Beat the Chasers kind of stable, and it's made by a subsidiary of ITV called Potato. I think that's about it really on that show. We've also spoken to people whose land is being taken over, so basically the main concern is that there's no flat land around here. which the makers of the show needed for porter cabins and marquees for food and drink. And apparently there are going to be about 60 staff, so the flat land that they're renting, I'm told at quite a lot of expense, is on the other side of the road, and so there will be a traffic light for staff to come across this dangerous road, so that's going to cause a lot of hold-ups. Some neighbours are absolutely dreading it, one lady told me. Other people say they're quite excited after the boredom of lockdown to have this bit of excitement come into their lives. Some people have point blank said no to the production company. We've even spoken to some people whose dogs are going to have to be put into kennels because their dogs tend to bark, obviously, when there's anything happening in the area. So they, ITV are paying for the dogs to go into kennels when they're filming. So it's going to be a lot of money and quite a big deal. So we'll take you for a walk now and show you the part of the building. The building is over 3 levels, and the highest turret is a lift that goes down from the garage. Basically, that's all that you can see from the coast path, which is why they picked it. There's a lot of privacy. We've also picked it because of this view, which is fabulous. You can see the mussel beds off here. You can see the ships. Obviously, at weekends there are a lot of sailors out and about. I think it's about half a mile from here down to the coast path still, which runs down along the bottom.
So for anyone who might be joining us late, this is Colleen and Frankie from Devon Live, and we're just walking over to the new location that ITV have chosen for a show that is airing later this year. It's going to be a combination of a dating show and reality TV show. What was the name again?
Forgotten already.
we do know the name.
Ready to Mingle.
Ready to Mingle.
This is a really popular path for dog walkers, as you can see. There's somebody out trying to have a quiet stroll. We'll try not to intrude too much. But basically, this bit of the path on the higher level, away from the coast path, is where all the locals love to walk their dogs. Hello. Hi, Colin. We're just filming for Devon Live about the reality TV show coming up.
All right.
You heard?
Is this exciting?
Yeah. Well, they said it was Love Island, but apparently it's called Ready to Mingle. So we're just doing a live now. Have you got any opinions as a local farmer?
Do you think it's a good idea? Well, whatever, go along with it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Nice to see you.
Can you? Have we recognised each other?
No.
Is this your daughter? Or?
No, this is our
Colleague.
photographer.
Freya.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, keep going.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I used to live near here. That's one of my old neighbours.
We're just coming up to where the house is now, which ITV will be renting out for their new show. As Colleen said, there isn't much that you can see from the path, which is exactly why they've chosen it. But we are going to get closer to an angle where you can see the top of the lift shaft, is that the right word?
Lift shaft that comes
The lift
down from
shaft.
the garage.
Exactly. A lot of locals are making compromises to accommodate the big TV crews that are coming. A lot of them are renting out their lawns and whatnot for the equipment and vehicles that will be here. And there you have it.
So as you can see, it is part of the official coast path that we're on here, but not a very well known part, so it's quite quiet. And just at the top there we have the top of your 3-storey building. Can't really see much, but Torquay Council insisted that this very large fake bank was built, which is called a bund, behind us to screen it from the coast path so it didn't become a blot on the landscape. And that is what's affording them so much privacy and why they've chosen it. But you can just see the very top. But it is over a very brambly hedge full of hawthorn, so it's nice and private and quiet. We've spoken to people, the immediate next door neighbour, who said that the production company also wanted to take over their house, but they didn't want them to be there. There are large sums of money being discussed. I was told, it might not be true, that one field has been hired for £15,000 for the month. So it's obviously quite a big production. The house itself was for sale for 3.5 million when it was first built, dropped to 3.3 million and didn't sell. It is over 3 levels and has huge, sort of very luxurious vistas. Basically, the whole house is all about the view, and it must be one of the most stunning views in the country, I think. I don't know if you can see, but tucked away behind, there actually are 4 ships out there now. And this coastline is looking now back towards Shaldon and the River Tean, and on a clear day, that is Portland, out there across Lyme Bay. Back over that way is Torquay itself. Sorry, over here. That's the Orstone Rock off, I think it's the Orstone. It's not Thatcher Rock, you can't see Thatcher from here. So this is Hope's Nose, Babbacombe Bay, back towards the Carey Arms, and then this is the road comes out through Maidencombe, and it's the Teignmouth Road. I said Babbacombe Road earlier, I meant Teignmouth Road, sorry. Comes through Babbacombe towards Teignmouth, and it is a very dangerous road. This is what the neighbours are concerned about. For a whole month this road is going to be reduced to single carriageway, one-way traffic lights, and it gets very, very busy and is quite dangerous on the double bend, and the traffic lights where the production crew will be crossing over are actually on just before one of the bends. So yeah, there are people who are concerned about that. People are concerned about being able to get in and out of their house, because there will be traffic queuing, especially in the morning and the evening. I don't really think there's much more we can say, but people who've joined us will just have a quick recap. We're here at Maidencombe, looking out over this fabulous view across Babbacombe Bay, following the rumours that Love Island was coming. We've now come out here and spoke to lots of the neighbours and found out the name of the show that's coming is a new ITV2 show made by the makers of The Chase, and it's a reality dating show with a twist. So basically the premise is that a single woman who's looking for love is going to move into this glorious luxury pad on the Devon coastline, and she will have 12 male suitors who will come, and one by one they'll be eliminated through a series of games, and the twist is that they're not actually all necessarily single. Some of them are still, while they're locked in here with this presumably gorgeous young woman, they've also got to keep their partners happy, but they're trying to win the money. And then at the end she'll discover the woman who's hopefully not too broken-hearted if he is not single, find out if she's picked a man who is free and single or somebody who is already in a relationship. So we've had a lovely day out on the coast, looking at all this fabulous view and getting a bit of nature and fresh air. We hope that those of you who aren't able to get out have enjoyed the views and the gossip about what's going on in Torquay. So the show will be filmed over the next month. Apparently the production crew are moving in tomorrow to move the furniture out, and they'll be actually starting filming from Friday